Welcome to Cooking with Bobbi Jo. I'm going to start this by telling you all about Diane. Diane was adopted by me in December of 2012. Our cat was missing and I looked everywhere for it. I called the pound and they said they had a lot of cats in daily and I would just have to come over there and take a look to see if I recognized my cat. So I drive to the pound, I look at all the cats, I didn't see mine, and as I was walking by the dog section, I saw this cute little black and white puppy. There was actually a whole lot of little black and white puppies, a whole litter. I started talking to them and they were all wanting out of their cage. I asked the lady at the pound what kind of pups, and she said Border Collie Great Pyrenees mix. The mom was also there for adoption and she was a big furry dog. This little girl dog kept wanting me to pet her, and if I would stop, she would paw me to get me to pet her more. They had named her Scarlet. Long story short, Scarlet went home with me that day. Steve said, "Where did this dog come from?" I said, "Well, you know how I went to the pound looking for the cat? Well, the cat wasn't there. First mistake, don't send me to the pound alone." So we named her Diane. She could jump higher than any dog I've ever seen. She's also bossy. If one of the other dogs is laying where she wants to be, she will sit there and bark and carry on until they give her her spot. She still wants to be petted constantly and will paw us to keep petting her. When Diane was 4 years old, she got out of the fence and she got hit by a garbage truck. And she wasn't out of the fence for 5 minutes. I was trying to get our blind dog back in the fence because Diane had opened the fence gate. Diane took off down the hill, and the garbage truck was going through at the same time. I hollered for Diane, and she comes running up the hill and straight into the house, leaving a trail of blood behind her. And it was bad. One of her legs was amputated, and the other leg, the paw, had 2 toes amputated. And she doesn't have a normal paw pad back there, so she can't walk on anything hot or rocky or it will irritate the paw. She does very well for a 3-legged dog with a partial paw in the back though. She is a happy girl and she keeps up with the other dogs just fine. So she was only 3 months old when I adopted her, so her birthday is September 19th. December will be 10 years since I adopted her. Okay, enough about Diana, now on to the cake baking. Welcome to Cooking with Bobbi Jo. We're waiting on Bobbi Jo. Good girl. Today we are going to be making Diane a birthday cake because it is her 10th birthday. So this is going to be a pumpkin doggy birthday cake. And what you're going to need is 1.5 cups of whole wheat flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt are all in this little container. 1/2 cup of unsweetened applesauce and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. I put all that together in this container. 3/4 cup of pumpkin puree, and this is the puree, not the pie filling. You want to make sure it's pure pumpkin. 1/2 cup of peanut butter. You want to make sure it's not the sugar-free peanut butter with the artificial sweeteners in it because those are bad for dogs. 2 large eggs, and then you want 1 to 2 tablespoons of honey. That's just raw Tennessee mountain honey. And this is just for the cake filling itself. We'll make the frosting after we're done with this. Okay, so what we're going to do first, Miss Bobbi Jo, is we're going to mix the flour. That's going to be your mixing bowl, but we're going to put these dry ingredients together. The flour with the baking powder, baking soda, and salt. And we're just going to whisk that all together. This is whole wheat flour. You can use oat flour. You can use all-purpose flour. I just always use whole wheat flour when I'm using flour in the doggy treats or cakes. I usually make doggy birthday cakes out of beef or chicken. But Diane likes pumpkin and she likes yogurt. And the frosting is going to be yogurt, and she loves this frosting. We're going to set that aside. And then we're going to mix all of this stuff together. So let me come over here. Okay, so you're just going to mix the applesauce and cinnamon. That's unsweetened applesauce, if I didn't tell you. The pumpkin. The honey. You got some peanut butter stuck up there in your teeth. I think you did get the peanut butter stuck up in there. Look at the face you're making. We're going to put the peanut butter in here. And then the 2 eggs. Just mix everything together. I just want to get those eggs whisked a little bit. You can do this with a mixer. I don't do it with the mixer because Bobbi Jo likes to help. And my mixer is up on the counter out of the dog's reach. Okay, so I'm going to go get my flour mixture. And what we're going to do is we're going to pour a little bit at a time in. I turned off the fan so it wouldn't be so loud in here. But my refrigerator makes a loud buzzing noise. This goes a lot quicker if you do it in the mixer. But it still doesn't take very long by hand. My oven just preheated. That was what that noise was. Are you checking out all the stuff back there on the bookshelf? You're awful pretty. Okay, we're going to put this in cake pans. I've got 2 8-inch cake pans. It's going to be a very thin layer of cake. And we're going to just, I'm not going to let you lick the cake pan. Last time you did that, the cake stuck because you got all the olive oil off the cake pan. Let's get some room on this table. If you want thicker layers, you can use 6-inch cake pans instead of 8-inch. I don't have any 6-inch cake pans. Oh! Where you going? You out of here because we're done with the ingredients. You have to come down on this side. You're gonna come back when we frost the cake. Oh, you needed something to drink. Gotcha. Alright, so just get them as even as you can and stick them in the oven. I set the timer to 25 minutes. It can take between 25 and 35 minutes for it to bake. You just want to check it after 25 minutes to make sure see if it's done, because if it is, go ahead and pull it out. You're just going to wait until you can put a toothpick in it just like you would a regular cake and nothing comes out. Sit down. So this is Miss Diana. She's our three-legged dog. She's our tripod doggie, aren't you? You're pretty. We'll have to tell the story about how Diana came to be in our family. But Diana's 10 years old. She's been with us for 10 years now. It's been a good 10 years, hasn't it, Diana? You smell your birthday cake? Do you want to help me make your frosting? Bobbi Jo's going to be jealous because she was hoping to do the frosting, but I can let you help me with the frosting. You want to help? Let me get the ingredients. You are so pretty. Miss Diane. Miss Diane, this is her first time up here on the cooking table, or the doggy table. Okay, Diane. We're going to be cooking with Diane. Diane, all these treats are supposed to go on your birthday cake. They're supposed to go on your birthday cake, okay? Leave it. Sit down. Good girl. See, we're going to put we're going to make your frosting. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit, this is about a cup, maybe a little over a cup of plain Greek yogurt. Alright, then we're going to do about a cup of peanut butter. Hey, you got to quit stealing the doggy treats. I think that's number 3. You're done. Hey, I'm moving these back away from you. You ain't gonna have nothing left for your cake. I'm gonna have to go get some more. No, no, no. That's not, you're not supposed to eat all the doggy treats. All right, and then we've got about, I don't know, a tablespoon or 2 of honey. If you can see this, is mix all this together. Let me pull that out for a second. Okay, we're gonna put some frosting on it, and then, hey, leave. You're worse than Bobbi Jo. Hey, I know it's your cake and all, but you gotta leave a little bit because we gotta make it pretty before we eat it, okay? And I know you're new at this cooking stuff. You're usually just hanging around hoping I drop something on the floor. You haven't had the privilege of being up at Bobbi Jo's cooking table, have ya? Then we're gonna place this on top. Hey, wait a minute. You gotta wait. Look, you bit a piece off of it. Look, she took the chunk out. You don't see that? It's your cake, right? You can do what you want. Turn the camera up a little so they can keep an eye on you while I do this. The way it works, Diane, is you let me make it all pretty and get a good picture before we bite into it. So typically we go through all this frosting first and decorate the cake, and then you can bite into the cake. Let me put your treats on. We're probably gonna have to get more. Look. All right. I am going to cut you a slice of cake if you don't eat all the doggy treats off the top of it first. I guess that's going to be your slice. We're going to cut a small slice. See y'all? Good looking cake, ain't it?
go, Miss D.
Well, that's how you make a pumpkin peanut butter doggy cake. I will post the recipe on my webpage. The link will be in the video description. I'm now over 800 subscribers, and I will be having a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. I will be giving away a Lodge Cast Iron National Cornbread Festival 2022 skillet, so as soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, stay tuned. Share these videos to get others to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned Friday for another DIY video and Monday for the Lake Hill City Birds. Y'all have a blessed day.